There, yeah, we're live on YouTube right now. We've gone live on YouTube. Please invite friends and family. We have our brother today. I'm sorry he can't join us on video, but I will call him here. You know his voice. Our brother General Miracle Hellfire. Guys, a heavy rain in Nigeria in his area right now. Heavy rain. Even you could hear it from the background when you call him right now. So we couldn't connect on video, but I will call him on audio call. You will hear him, and I will give an opportunity for any IPOB guy who wants to come in I will give you the link. So if you think he's disparaging your supreme leader or your movement, you will be free to come here and ask him your questions. So if he's laying anything you consider false against your leader, no problem, but the only condition is that you will be on video. We don't talk to ghosts. Okay, we don't talk to ghosts. We need to show our faces if we are proud of whatever we are saying and we are convinced deep down our hearts in what we're saying. Listen, guys, what you just saw today in Afaruku is just the beginning of their end. We will follow them to the ends of the earth, wherever they are. It has started in Afaruku. Very soon, it will go to everywhere in Igbo land. Wherever they are seen, they would be arrested and handed over to the police. And guess what? Nothing will happen. If their supreme leader feels so bad about it, let him come back. Okay? Let him come back. Let him come back and do the fighting himself. Are you hearing me? Let him come and fight it himself. It's time to end injustice in our land. That being said, without wasting any further of our time, let me call our brother, General Miracle Hellfire, so we'll hear from him directly. Today is his show. We are going to let him speak for like an hour and 30 minutes. Then we use the other 30 minutes for questions. For questions. Hold on, guys. Okay. Now let me call him. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good evening, my brother.
Yes.
Okay, my brother. This is Chukwuka Chizoromo Febu Ijele of the Ijele Speaks Dynasty because we are creating it right now. Or let me say franchise. please, my brother. Yeah, not like the IPOB franchise, of course. So, my brother, please, I want you to introduce yourself to our audience. Tell them who you are and how you started the movement and how you got to meeting Nnamdi Kanu and what transpired between then and now. But first of all, just use like 15 minutes to tell us those things before I start going into the question time. So basically what I want you to do right now, tell us your name, where you are from, where you are currently. If you feel safe to reveal it, then tell us everything you know about IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu. The floor is yours.
Good evening, fellow dear friends and genuine freedom fighters who know that God has brought them forth in the light of the rising sun to make an impact. I welcome you from all over the world as you hear this voice. I am General Jesse Egwoto, aka General Miracle Hellfire. I'm a Nigerian. I'm a personnel in the military, and I'm a freedom fighter, human rights activist. Above all, I'm a realist. When I say I'm a realist, I'm talking about one who sees things the way it appears and the way it is going, and start fighting against those evil and injustices before even others know. Over the years, I've been involved in human rights activism because personally, it might come to a shock as so many people to so many people. I'm also a prophetic bishop. Yes, I'm an ordained minister of the gospel of God. I have ministries, I have churches. Above all, because of my security life in the military, I decided not to keep quiet when I see charlatans, when I see 419ers, when I see fraudsters come on stage to scam our people. The journey of the struggle for Biafran liberation has been quite long, as every one of us know. Starting from the time of the blessed memory, late Gerald Ojukwu, down to the time of Wazwike, then down to the time of the overripe albino, which I choose to call him.
Yes.
From Abarufu. Overripe albino, yes. Kenyokuka Ano. That's what I know him by. When he came on stage, and every one of us, of course, even in the military, everyone thought this was real. Everyone thought, this is it. Like I've said often, I throw myself in, not minding my security again to my life. I did everything I'm supposed to do to make sure that I support in the capacity I could. I helped create zones. I helped raise men. Yes, if I use the word train them, I'm proud to say. But when I observed that things were not going the way it's supposed to go for Christ's sake, I backed out. I saw these things long ago. There are certain things I will not really go into here, but those that really were part of what we were doing understand what I'm saying. Even when the early stages of the rally, if I will put the record straight, the only rally of all road leads to, as Mefo will say it, which is the deputy to the overripe albino. I remember that in the early stages of these rallies and protests, I left everything I'm doing and I specifically monitored everything. And that very rally I spearheaded, which was the rally of Mpiama, Port Harcourt, which is River State, Igbocha stroke, Bayelsa, Mpiama rally, remains the only rally that nobody died. Why? Because when I got to that place, I led some men, I saw the situation, I took charge. I confronted my colleagues from the military angle, and I saw some of my colleagues that really knew me, and some were even shocked to see me, trying to defend our people. The guy that came from Bori camp, that led that very squad that came to intercept the Mbiama rally, I accosted him. Some listening to me will remember that very day. I brought myself. I made them to understand that these people are fighting for their rights. Because of the way I diplomatically handled every issue, nobody was killed. Nobody was killed. I was arrested. I didn't mind. Taken to Abuja police station. The police officer was snapping my pictures, posting everywhere, saying all they were saying. I didn't mind. Even got to my department. I didn't mind. These were the risks I took to make sure that this struggle is going on the normal way. Only for me to begin to see evil. Because hungry bastards took over the stage. Like I have posited severally, when I began to observe what was happening, I backed out and I decided to be an independent activist, making sure that every true front that really want to fight for our freedom, I back them up. Like I've always said, freedom is a spirit. Freedom is a deity. Freedom will fight for those who genuinely fight for it. So many things has happened which time will not really contain.
No problem. Feel free, my brother. Feel free. Say everything. We are not going anywhere. We are listening to you.
Sorry.
No problem.
Over time, when Kenny was released, we had some inner security meetings, and I asked him a question. If this journey was real, he said it was real. Like I said, events are proving that it's fake.
You met him where? Where you asked him this question?
That was Atafaruku.
At Afaruku?
That meeting was held in Ojukwu Bunker.
After he was released by the federal government. Okay.
Yes. Because anyway, let that be bygone. But one thing that made me got angry, I found out that most of his principal officers were in different agenda with him. And that is why I want to use this medium to open the eyes of so many people who have not understood what is happening. A few days ago, I sent an audio voice where I had to, showcase my displeasure of the hypocrisy that this young man who calls himself George Onibe, sorry to say that, that was just kicked out. Yes, when he started ranting all he was ranting, I want the world to know that that young man contributed 60% of what has turned out in IPOP. I want to tell you, because number one, I know him personally. I have property close to where he used to live. I have a ministry where he used to live. And so many things were happening. And when they see that there are genuine people that had vision and sensibility of wisdom to help in what is happening, they will block it.
You want to spoil their business.
Yes, and send different information to the overmasters out there just to make sure that they retain their what? Their fat pocket.
Yes.
That is why I asked him a question. I said, why is it suddenly for the past 2-3 months you began to say all these things when I have been fighting you, telling you, just because things have gone awry, you're looking for a soft landing. I want to use this opportunity to tell all media platforms, all genuine freedom fighting journalists, all the platforms of WhatsApp and Facebook, don't entertain these hypocrites. I know some of our young men or some of our people who are eager to see the demise and the downfall of the Ovara Babino. Yes, I want to make this clear. I don't hate Nnamdi Kanu. In my level of experience in life, I don't hate people. But I fight the inconsistency of character wickedness and mindset of dubiousness. That is what I fight in people. I don't go about people hating them or criticizing them unjustly. No way. Because there is nothing I will say that when you investigate, you find it is 100% truth. That is it. So, he has been trying to, hop with some of these our young journalists to find a soft landing, but it's not going to be possible.
Of course.
Like I said before, unless he comes on air and apologize. I personally called him one day when he called my name on air, mentioning my name. Now, I want the world to look at this and judge. You say you came out for a freedom journey. You said you have raised a platform and you told people to come in. And you created a platform, so God created a platform where you said there's a security. And this same their security security. I gave it that name. I instituted the first round of training. Before I saw what they were doing, I had to just leave that level because I'm above that kind of rubbish.
You mean the volunteer? You mean their volunteer force?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
In those days, when we come to meet and I say who and who and me, how many of you know me will volunteer? That is how we came about.
Okay.
But that's by the way because I'm not even interested in accolades in that and all that.
Yes.
Before the charlatans of Obasi and the enemy came in, then when we decided to build the structure of what will appear as a national security, I now found that this young man, through his masters, were fighting it. Now, why will you come to call a name on air you know that is helping to build? I went to Bayelsa. This young man, George, came to Bayelsa and told him all manner of lies so that this itinerant young men would be brainwashed. And he told them that the only security they have is the volunteer. Fine. I am not with them. We were already talking about the PSS. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now, he created a lot of confusion that the Bayelsa coordinator at that time met me and opened up to me what George Onibe did. I said there's no problem. But today I am happy that the young men I put there are still working strong. All over the nation, our people are there. And I will tell you that there are men who are ready. The only reason why everywhere is calm is because we are waiting for the exit of this plague, this leech known as Overripe Albino that has really held the neck of the flowing of this very struggle. Now, when that thing happened, I now knew that there were issues beyond the ordinary ear and ordinary eyes understanding.
Yeah.
What is going on here? I want to educate some of you that are outside in diaspora. You know, it is easy for you guys to really come up and say whatever you're saying, but we that are here, for a man like me to come up and say this without mixing words, I fear nobody. I have had confrontations with the powers that be in Asia. I have spoken to Brutai and I have called most of the police because, number one, being a minister, I have an organization where I tackle the killings and everything happening to our people in Christendom. And part of those things we are doing is what some of these people are lifting and claiming they are doing this for Christian and doing that for Christian. This is not the first time I'm talking. These books have my faces where I came up as myself in the religious level as General Jesse working, the prophetic bishop, and that organization is known as CCFA, Christian Crusader Foundation Army. Now I don't mix words and I don't cover my face and I don't hide my identity because truth in righteousness prevails. The reason why I will say and blast anybody I want to blast and still walk the streets of this nation freely without fearing anything is because my hands are clean. When George was talking, he said he would do this, expose them. I want him to come up and call on air those people that are giving me money. Every one of you that are outside, if anybody say he sent money to General Miracle Hellfire, except some well-wishers that did one or two things to support what we are doing. Of course, while we were trying to put those things for the benefit of the generality of this struggle, this same carcass, this same wicked squad of corrupted fraudsters headed by Overripe Albino, known as Nnamdi Kanu, still crept in to cause havoc. What they are doing is what? Putting stumbling block on the wheel of progress. Now, many of you found out what happened to his younger brother this morning. Ijel, are you listening to me?
I'm listening, sir.
This is the fallout of the psychological warfare we are carrying out. I said it the other day and I posted that voice audio to his own personal line. I told him, if he's a man, let him return. In one of the time that this ugly fine boy told somebody to tell me that nothing maker. Okay, when time comes, today what happened?
Okay. Emmanuel Kanu told you nothing mega.
Yes.
Okay.
He told somebody to call me. He told somebody that knows me where to call me, and the person related and said, he said nothing maker. I told the guy, tell him the day he will see my hands on him, he won't even see my face. And this is happening. He just number one. I'm carrying heavy water. And that is how every one of them, including my job, listen, including George O'Neill, I'm telling you, George O'Neill, including you, because until you will tell their friends what you did to Abambo and Cosmos George.
Please, I've been hearing about that Abambo and Cosmos George. What transpired in that case?
What happened is that I will say there. Number one, whatever I do, I'm not afraid to say it.
Yes.
I recorded that video of the beating in the hospital.
Yes.
Abambo is a dear sister of mine, and it's like a daughter too, and it's like a friend.
Yes.
Cosmos is a dear friend. Cosmos was in the prison at the time that this George Onibe was arrested and all that. And when Cosmos came up, he told me the vision, how to, we need to unite our people and all that. I said, fine. And we came together to put on the Tralatra. That same Tralatra is the same Tralatra that RBI, Radio Biafra London, expected some time ago. Then there were interviews and all that that's going around. In that very Tralatra, we brought up a blueprint of how our nation will be. You understand?
Yes.
Now, in the day they were panel beaten by this squad of killers.
Hold on, my brother. Hold on, my brother. Let me explain to the people who don't remember the people we are talking about. If you remember the last video I showed where IPO pigs went and reported that they reported and made Facebook give me the strike that is worrying this page right now. That woman and that man in the hospital that they beat up, they were on a hospital bed. The person you are hearing the voice is General Miracle Hellfire. He is the one that made that video and sent it out to people. My brother, please carry on.
Yes, when I made that video, I sent that video. I sent it to the first line, his number I had there.
Yes.
I was shocked to hear the phone say all manner of wickedness. You see, when charlatans are living on the roller coaster of destiny, I repeat, when charlatans and foolish idiots are living on roller coaster of destiny, what you will not understand is that they are living in a fool's paradise.
Yes.
These two guys, Nnamdi Kanu and Mefo, they are living on fool's paradise because they think they have gotten what they want. This young man, and I still have that broadcast where he said that Bambo is a noted criminal, is a harlot, and we have spoken to people who know her, and they said all these stories concocted. Yet, these are people. In fact, oh my God. Now, when I got to the hospital that day, after they called me, these are people I was few hours ago. When I got to the hospital, dear friends, I saw this woman beaten. The fine hair she made was pulled out. Her pants were torn. Her laps were brutal.
Child.
I had to take wrapper to give her. When I got to the hospital, she was general. I said, cover, just cover face.
Wait, they tore all of her clothes. They left her in the nude. They tore even her underwear.
They tore her, not even underwear, they tore her pants.
Child.
Then when I looked at Cosmos' eyes, he was half blind. I ran mad. Now, George Onibe was saying that I was telling Cosmos to call his name. I will repost that video again and you go through it. Because I'm going to make sure that Cosmos George and Abambo will come on air together this time, full video.
Yes.
If not for what transpired today, the world is supposed to be looking at the face. Because I fear nobody. If you say you're too much, wait for me. If you get me, fine. If you don't, miracle hellfire will send you to hell. People normally say, why do I answer this man? You are a prophet, you are a bishop. I say yes. If you read the scripture, you will know that every revolution was started by the men of God. I am not that kind of man of God they know. As a trained military officer, I know reality and I do not back out. I don't play sentiment with issues of reality. So when this thing happened, Cosmos said his bit, I forwarded it, which before refused to air it. They decided to choose their own, their own acceptance because they were behind it. But I had to forward it to Anyemena, who blew it all over. Cosmos was interviewed, Akpampo was interviewed, and of course, the world saw the truth. That was another point that made me to go crazy on these criminals. Yes, they are criminals. Another point that brought me to this anger, to make sure that this hypocrisy is destroyed. How can you gather people and say all list to all list to? I had to personally tell my men, any of you I hear that join this rally, I will discipline you. How can you tell people, all young men and young women, people's children, to go and die for you? You can't even give them catapult. I told them it's not possible. Okay, let me shock you, Ijele, let me shock you. On that very day of 2017,
September 12th.
That shootout, September 12th. That was a bloody day. I was right in Afaru. That morning, not minding my affiliations, I came into the compound of this overripe albinos, and I saw his younger brother.
My brother, hold on, my brother. 1 minute. Do you know that today marks exactly 3 years since the Python Dance 2 happened? Nnamdi Kanu disappeared since yesterday. He refused to talk about it because he knew the people are waiting for him. If I wasn't shouting on the air, he would have come out now and say, that day they killed 28 of us. He doesn't want to talk about the Python Dance again because we will remind him that it was actually more than 500 people that died. And he did not come to rant about Adaku, my sister, again because he did not give Adaku's family a dime, even though he used her death to raise money. Are you seeing what this guy is doing? And he lied to them that he's on a national assignment. Nnamdi Kanu, eba he waga, barakwa gawadia, anatakwana ali igwe again, Yoshi. Carry on, my brother. You say you saw his brother, Emmanuel.
Good. Now, let me start from this point. National assignment
on whose behalf? On his
family account and
don't mind him.
All the first class fraudsters who had nothing to do here in Nigeria. And they now some of them passed through the desert. My visa, my flight. These idiots who have nothing to do, some of them are cleaning dead bodies there. Now this guy cornered them and they became first century re-energized fraudsters. Don't worry, we are waiting for them. We're waiting for them. We are waiting for them.
Of course.
Amateurs are growing.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw the brother that very morning, you see anything now, only later on when events took over. Meanwhile, this criminal has already disappeared within. Some of you think it was a day before. This guy disappeared 48 hours previously.
No, 2 days before. Wait. Nnamdi Kanu, 2 days before that, Nnamdi Kanu has disappeared. Okay.
He disappeared. 2 days.
Okay.
48 hours.
Okay.
Now that will be a story of another day. But they were all covering up. Each one now say, Emmanuel Conan me when the younger boy, the one in chapter said, no, I say, he was no problem. Until come and see this criminal standing in Israel, make funny as 28 people died, including Jack. Jack, demon, Jack, that dog, that black dog, that short black dog, demon. Now, I must say this on air. Ehola, one your man who this criminal.
Mm-hmm.
She's a very nice woman. Manane Mamramuku.
Yes.
One your man with nice woman because every time they went here, one for halala in the Nabia. Ready. I will not deny that goodness because a righteous person can bring forth a devil. Yes. Life is a choice.
Yes.
So, when these things happen that very day and things happen the way it happened, if you remember, if you can remember, you go to your archive, there was a video that was trending. Plantain leaf cover here, Uzu. If you can remember, I posted that picture. These were dead bodies I see. Now the name.
Yes.
These were dead bodies I see. And you know the worst thing? These dead bodies did not even belong to the BSS. They belong to the so-called volunteers. Being looked like that boy and they belong to them. Now, if by the divide and rule they set in, if I was to have that hatred, because in there, Ghana, the same house, a divide here with sentimental personalization of truth. The only thing when they will not hate is you. That's it. So that you will not have that ability to come close. Or when they will be grounded man of actually will be.
Yes.
So when there is no togetherness, this is the strategies they're using to defraud people. So when this thing happened, I saw, to me, this is somebody's child. I had to, with my boys, carry these dead bodies, place them on uncompleted building, close to the father's house. We will my jackknife, cut up plantain leaf, copper Sierra. Some of the boys, one is Ujams from Enugu, the other one is Joseph Oban from Ohafia. Then the other guy is from Chikozie from Olu. And there's one young man from Akwa Ibom who the family later denied. I think he was buried somewhere in River State, somewhere.
Wait, someone from Akwa Ibom, his family denied him.
Yes, they said they didn't send him. They didn't send him to go and do the operation.
You see. My people, hold on, my brother. Are you seeing it? All these people that are making noise. Look at the person that took care of the dead bodies. He still knows their names. How many of those people killed doesn't Nnamdi Kanu know their community, let alone their names? My brother, please carry on.
So one of the boys, his name is Henry Oga from Yache Iyala Cross River, Ogoja.
Right.
This young man was married to a young girl from Bise, and at that point in time, the wife was 5 months pregnant.
Child.
So when I gathered their body, I told one of my boys to search their pocket, brought their phones and all that. That's 4 phones, no, 3 phones, because one didn't happen. Then the boy from Enugu, Ujams, I saw he had a kipa, this Shabbat cap, they normally wear.
Hey, this is the keeper.
And all that. Yes, he was a Shabbatarian who jumped from Enugu. Now, I now through the numbers began to call their people. I called one of the numbers in the Henry August line. Somebody picked it from Lagos. So he said it was his uncle, and he was a warrant officer in the army in Ojo Cantonment. And I told him who I am as a military personnel also. So he now, in 2 days, he came down to, sorry.
No problem.
To Maria, where I spoke with him. By then, all the dead bodies were deposited by me and some of the boys working there that time at Queen Elizabeth Hospital at Omaria. I held the tallies. Then I had to call this very bastard they beat up today, fine ugly boy.
Mm-hmm.
Now finally, I later learned that the money that was brought to send to bury Henry Oga was 250,000. But what got to my hand, I handed over to the brother. Even Akbangbo was aware of this because at that time Akbangbo and Priska were in charge of welfare. You understand? This same Akbangbo that was beat.
The one they beat up.
So, she was with Priska. They were the welfare officers then taking care. Now, finally, Henry Oga was buried and the rest was buried.
How much did Emmanuel Kanu, did you say Emmanuel Kanu brought? Hello?
What I found out by my investigation was, yes, there was a money release which is 250,000, but what came in was 200.
Oh.
And out of that 200, they now Fiber was one that said, General, so that the woman should be given 17. I looked at him and I laughed. But the burial went on. Then the rest of the dead bodies were 50,000, 60,000. Yes, I will tell you, they spent millions.
50,000, 60,000 to bury. Oh,
another heart-rending pain I still have up to today was my dear friend General Medusa. Medusa was in charge of Imo State as things were put up. On that very day, he died gallantly like a soldier he is. Do you know that it took almost a year of dogged struggle and fight for us to be able to bury him? Because I was, in fact, the Medusa's case was what made me to have total confrontation with all of them. I will call Fine Boy, he will say a different thing, that he has not been able to meet Nnamdi. I will call Germany, where OBDK, you should know OBDK, who was supposed to be in charge of the BSS then, they will say a different thing. I had to rally around. I had to go to Medusa's family. We raised money. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
We raised bags of cement because I remember Medusa was telling me that he wanted to start building his family home by that November. He died September. So when I got to the wife, they took me to the village. Then, because I told them, if I follow you people to treat this man like this in debt, which means the same thing will be done to me. Who knows? By grace of God, finally, we were able to put up 4-bedroom flats.
Child.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Do you know that this screen audio was in Germany? I think it was for Medusa's house. Meanwhile, I raised money here to build a house. The only money that came from them during the burial of Medusa was 500,000. Have you ever seen where 4-bedroom flats with modern roofing was built with 500,000 naira?
Never.
Then during his burial, do you know what the so-called IPOP came with? 12,000 naira.
Hey!
That's what they put in the envelope and gave to Medusa's wife.
12,000 naira.
Yes. Because how did you
Hey!
I
Chai.
looked at them, I said, no. When you try to reach to this overripe albino, he will be claiming what he does not know. What is supreme? Who is he? And we have called to that is a my name, the Rabbinical Hellfire, my name Hellfire started from university days. Because in my own time, I was in charge of the anti-cultism in school. Yes. Through to the military days. So what are they talking about? My brother, the issue of this young man is not even worthy mentioning because talking too much about them, we are giving them priority. I want to talk to the positive-minded sons and daughters of Chukiki, Omo Biafra. It has reached the time and point that we have to pass this level with this guy. Everybody knows that he's a failure. In fact, he's going to be worse than Uwazurike, because Uwazurike is even going to have more face.
Hello. I think a regular call just came through his phone. Hello? Hello? Wait, let me call him back. Nnamdi Kanu. Burial 12,000 naira. Those of you that are listening to him, that are paying attention to him, don't worry, they will kill you. Your family will not even see that 12,000. A whole Medusa in IPOB got 12,000. Your own family will not even see 10,000. Don't worry, keep on following him foolishly until you bring destruction upon your family. They gave Medusa's family 12,000. Your own family will not see 5,000. Carry on. My brother, please continue.
So, by the grace of God, we bury Medusa. Today, who is talking about the welfare of the family? All those that died, including the wife of this guy from Ogoja, who talks about them. Do you know that the wife of Henry Oga, this young man from Ogoja, married to a girl from Mbise? After 2 months after giving birth, the landlord pursued her from the house. I called the so-called principal officers. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Nobody cared, including this idiot that says the judge will need.
Right.
African rep my foot. African representative that cannot even cross Lagos. African representative that cannot even cross Ibusa, Delta, where he came from. Then I took it upon myself. I met some people. We raised money to rent apartment for that woman. Yes, these are the boys who died because they were told all release to Afaru. Have you seen the rubbish? So I'm trying to let our people understand. Whoever is still talking about this guy is wasting time. I mean, talking about him in the light as if there's anything to offer. Now, I want to go on to more national issues of progress.
Okay.
And that is, how do we move forward? Great dear friends. I've always said this. Somebody will wonder and say, why is Miracle saying this on air? I've always heard this all the time. But I want to say this. And that's somebody will joke. And that is somebody will joke. The Arewas, they do not look twice when they come on air to make their demand and say what they want to say. The Meyati Allah, they do not look back when they tell you people that you Southeasterners, you Igbos, that they are coming to take your land. Nobody queries them. Nobody tells them, don't say this, it will cause trouble. Because they are looking for trouble. Until we also look for trouble, trouble will continue to find us. I want everyone to understand that. When the Oduduwas are saying their own in their trickish blackmail, now they have copied and lifted our vision through the great man, the Hannibal of Biafra himself, actually. What you hear today as Omateku is actually the brain of this great man. My father died fighting for this nation. So why would somebody come up and tell me that I should not talk? It's not possible. If we say we own this world together, the day we were born, everybody came with his grace and glory. And that is why whoever you think you are and you mess up the cosmos of life and creation ordinances, I will place you where you belong. You can wait for me. If you get me, fine. If you don't, I bring you down. And that is a fact. So I want our people to understand, because finally, all the platforms will become political parties. The question is, will our nation come? Yes, I'm speaking prophetically now as a prophet, bishop. It will come. It will come, but we need to really synergize. We need to restructure. I have told our people time without number. I don't believe in making noise on social media without having the liver to execute. I am an action personality. Every nation that you hear their president making all the noise, or state governors making all the noise, it is because of the strength of the security.
Yes.
Yorubas have started their own. Look at what is happening between South.
But my brother, before my brother, hold on. We are just at the 52nd minute. This one, I would like you to use it as your closing point. But I want to play 2 voice notes from you. I will be stopping it. After like some point. If I see some points we need to highlight, or the things I need you to clear us on, I will pause it and allow you to speak on it. Please, are you there? Okay, now hold on. Wait, let me play it to the hearing of everyone. Guys, I want to play all the 2 voice notes, 2 of his recent voice notes. All of his voice notes, believe me, they are insightful, they are direct, and I love almost 99% of the messages I saw there. Okay, let me play it and question him from those voice notes, because you can only listen to a voice note without being able to ask the person who made it to explain on things. But now we have him on air. It's better I ask him to explain this to the hearing of everyone. I hope you like it that way. Let me start now. Hold on. Please let me turn up the volume. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Oh, I'm coming, my brother. Let me turn up the volume, and I'm turning it down. Okay. Let's start.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. You see how I'm laughing? How do you know a prophet? He speaks the word and it must come to pass. Good evening, beautiful people. Good evening, my fellow great men and women of the great nation, the rising sun. Good evening to you from the topmost of God's administrative throne. If you're one of those who have been pursuing this struggle with all intent of focus, with pure mind, with freedom in mind, I am General Miracle Hellfire. I know some of you will begin to feel, what is this man up to? He preaches in these days and he goes out. We have a lot at our hands. We have so much aspect of work going on in this struggle that many of you don't understand. And that is why these days all the talk is like repeated record. But one thing I couldn't stop laughing is what is happening. What I told George Onibe, the so-called African rep of Uvarai Babino's faction of IPOB. George Onibe, I'm talking to you directly, first and foremost. You know me very well. The Ramira Kohel Fire. You know me very well. You know I'm also a bishop, you know that. When I spoke with you in Antali, in your residence, when I brought out my money and established Wisdom Zone 1, I brought up my money and did everything I did for you criminal guys. The people I brought in, all in the name of this faithful struggle, they were paying their dues. Remember George Onibe, I'm one of his. I keep my records. And one day I'm going to slap it on your faces, you and your slave master, Nnamdi Kanu. I will bring a fact and pour your face. You're just trying to cover your face. George Onibe, in that very discussion in your house, remember what you told me? When you asked me, General, I saw the banner where your people are having meeting. I saw that of Ujuku, I saw that of Kibefyon, and I saw that of Nnamdi Kanu, and why is it so? And I asked you, who started this struggle? Is it not pertinent that we should respect Ujuku's memory? And you told me what your slave master told you. George Onibe, I'm the one talking, not the other. What you told me? That Nnamdi Kanu promised to make you the third most powerful man in IPOB.
Okay.
Of course, he went on to make you the so-called third most powerful man when they gave you the liberty to talk rubbish on there. Remember when you called my name on there? After I spent my hard-earned money, raise security. You know how much it took me to prepare those guys? Even the one that your boys took the certificate I issued. You remember the day we had a meeting? You remember the day I came with my men to meet you when you were holding block? And I warned you that if that certificate is not returned within 24 hours, both you and everyone that stand by you, you know me. Was it not 2 hours they returned that certificate? I'm a man that do not joke. After hiding a secret, and you began to ask me questions. When you see men who have brought themselves and brought their goodnesses and expertise from the security level to make things happen, you will try to tarnish it. George Onibe, you told me that very day that the secret of IPOB under Kanu is that you people will promote him and make him a god. That was when I saw that you people were criminals. I want every Biafran to listen to me because I don't believe in talking story. I'm a man of history. I have the facts. I bring the information live from the archives of reality. George Onibe, what did you do? What did you do, George Onibe? You went on. You people claim that you're fighting for freedom, fighting for restoration. You went on to start sabotaging Wisdom Zone 1 that I raised with my money, all in the name of this struggle. You went on telling other units that we are working with Wazirike. George Onibe, shame unto you. Your nemesis have not started. Why did you run away? After the beating and panel beating of Abangwa and Cosmos George, who came to see me at my base, why did you run away? Why you tell the world the truth? You want to joke with Miracle Hellfire. Those 4 boys you sent, what happened to 2 of them? Now listen and listen very carefully. If you think after this ranking, whatever problem you have with your slave master, it is in the bedroom where you people plan the evil. Maybe you're no more getting the money that you were getting before. Now you want to back out like your big brother Uche is your bloody business. But you cannot deceive Biafrans. You cannot deceive a man like me. You cannot deceive Miracle Hellfire when I hold the truth of everything you people did. George Onyibe, you're very ungrateful. You remember when you were arrested by the DSS? It is I, Miracle Hellfire, that made sure that you were not messed up in the prison. I'm the one that put the call to one of my men there who was in charge of the anti-Sodom squad in the prison. I told him, because when Cosmos George told me about what is happening, that you were there, I had to call Cosmos George and connected to this young man, and I told him that you are one of us, they should preserve you. And they preserved you. Do you know how I suffered to make sure that you came out? Do you know the risk I took, even in my profession? I and George, who was assistant to David Njoko as the watcher coordinator. You remember George? George begged me, I had to go to DSS and make sure I brought in information to them that they were taking you to prison when they refused to bring you to court. You are the most ungrateful. George Onyibe, you're just ranting. I told you that day you came on air to satisfy your masters and call my name, how I was raising men, how I was training men, how I was doing this and doing that. Now who is laughing? Who is the fool? I am a security expert. I am a trained officer.
Now, my brother, please, I want to stop here on this one. This George Onyibe, when he was arrested, what effort did Nnamdi Kanu make? Please, can you just, is there any other thing you wanted to add in that voice note that you didn't add? Please, can you just summarize the full things to us and tell us where your problem with this judge started before I play the one you sent to Nnamdi Kanu, please?
Okay. My problem with... Hello?
No, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
Me?
Yes, sir.
Good. My problem with George Onyibe is not personal, but humanity and social injustice. Like I said, I don't hold grudges on people. Now, the whole problem started, number one, when I saw the hypocrisy from that banner, which means they now prove to me from his statement they are riding on people's intelligence and efforts and visions and credibility, which is Ojukwu and the heroes past. The Nnamdi and George and Co want to now create a different struggle, a different Biafra entirely from the original one. That is why they all were aware that they decided to make him a god unto them. So they were deceiving people all this while. Secondly, when Agbangba and Cosmos was beat, you need to see these people.
I saw it I saw that man. That man looked like Arusa Pirapi on that hospital bed. They redesigned him.
Listen, I don't wish, if somebody says he's my enemy, I don't wish them if they only end up ending what they planted. So when this thing happened, I got offended. And you know what prompted the whole thing? When we wrote it trilateral and sent him a copy to send to before, he sat on it and was lifting from there ranting. After singing all his nonsense, Isoko song and the Delta song, whatever, he will begin to conjure and pick my word, my intellectual property that I release for the benefit of humanity.
My brother, Nnamdi Kanu is an empty skull. He's an empty skull. He knows nothing. Only copy and paste. I'm happy that last Sunday his mask slipped and we saw him. His computer was on and he didn't know when he touched his camera. Showed himself. Next thing he started shouting, what's your name? What's the name of this girl? Owa Sophia Hardcore. Owa Sophia Hardcore. Carry on, please.
My dear. I forgot it that side. That is so again, when the issue of Medusa That issue of Medusa and his burial brought a very big fracas. I was a case study between the office of George Onibe, the volunteer, and the BSS. You understand? Because of the video I made, they had meeting in Anambra. I was a topic. How to assassinate me, how to get me. But you know what? In that very meeting, which George was present, whether he's going to deny it, no problem. History has its ways. In that very meeting, one of the coordinators that knew me very well, who actually was a coordinator in the unit where that boy Chigozie came out from, the one I preserved his dead body that was buried in Olo. The guy rose up in that meeting and said, "It is not General Miracle I know. It is not General Jesse I know." So there was a war of which one of the coordinators took up an object and broke another head. So I was the case that they used. Then when they came back, of course, they know me now.
Yeah.
You can stand. Good. So when this happened, then finally, you will remember in 2018, after the whole incidents and all that, that Medusa's issue also, because I raised hell. When I exposed everything, that was why the leadership of the PSS under this boy they call Chimeremeze, working as a stooge for OBDK from Germany, was terminated. They were not happy. They said I did this and I don't care. You know, when you're not part of secret plans to siphon, you'll be a hate. They will hate you.
Yes.
No problem. Now, he now came on air and mentioned Iwunse. If you remember, Nobiaga is in charge of BSN. That Iwunse is actually my good friend and brother and comrade in this struggle, Agwara Amadioha. The reason why you hear me talking about Agwara Amadioha, are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you, sir.
Listen very carefully. I have eaten with this guy. When he told me what Kenny Kanu told him, Kenny told him to look for me. Kenny Warrior, he had looked for me. He visited me in my base. We slept overnight in the same bed. Now, let me open up to the whole world. I want everywhere to be set on fire because truth must comfort. These people, one of the reasons why Agwara was picked up to be wasted. Are you listening to me?
I'm hearing you.
I want all Biafran to listen as an insider. One of the things that Agwara told me was that Kenny Kanu wanted us to restructure BSS so that one of the politicians who is eyeing presidency of Igbo president of 2023, then they will use the squad for political gain.
Hold on, my brother. Yes. Hold on, please. Hold on. Yes. Hold on, please. Hold on, please. Hold on, please. Hold on, please. Please. Nnamdi Kanu, guys, please. We are at the 1st hour and 8 minutes, on the 9th minute now. Please let me do this way. And I don't know if you are at liberty to mention the name of the politician he told you about. Again, yes, it is an accusation. I want to mention, please, the person I have in mind is Peter Obi, but I am not going there now. Please.
It's not Peter Obi.
I know. It's good.
Yes.
It's good.
It is the owner of Peace Air.
Air Peace. The owner of Air Peace. The owner of Air Peace. Hold on, please. Yes. Nnamdi Kanu. My brother, please. Just repeat what you just said and mention the name of the person he said I want to use the Janja with, please.
The owner of Air Peace. I think something Ugochukwu or something. I can't remember the name. This thing. The owner of Air Peace.
Onyama.
I think it's something.
Onyama.
Okay.
Onyama. Okay.
There is a deal of about 25 to 45 million US in dollar involved. And hello?
Hello, I can hear you now. Please start afresh. There was a network glitch there.
Okay. Okay.
You said, please, you said the guy told you. The guy told you what when you came to your. Please, I want you to start afresh. When he came to your house, then he said what?
Yeah, when he came to my base, he told me that this is one of the things that Nnamdi Kanu told him. That he wanted him to meet me so that we can structure how to put the voice in place against that 2023 political election. And I told him we cannot do that. That is when he now plotted with other accusations labeling my brother a kidnapper.
Okay.
So that he will be off the air through Madubu, through enemy and through Nnamdi State, which is the frontier. Now, this recent killing in Enugu was just a preparation. You know, you have been hearing him say that Biafra will come by October and all those things.
Yes.
Their intent was to start a political underground commotion that will put the Southeast in tumult so that everybody will be scattering and they'll be doing what they are doing. So that Biafra will still be a thing of marriage. You understand?
Yeah.
That gathering they gathered there was also sabotaged by their own people, their own inner people. You can see that you cannot make your cake and eat it alone.
Yes.
So when this thing happened, you can imagine.
But my brother, let me tell you, don't forget what you are saying. You are on the Enugu issue, but let me tell you, I know exactly the people. He may have told Agwara a different name. And why Agwara told you Allen Onyama is because, you know, they know that when they tell you that Allen Onyama is involved, you will know that there is money in it. But I can tell you categorically that it's not Allen Onyama. They just told you that, so you will know that money is involved. It is not Allen Onyama, because Allen Onyama has no political ambition as long as the presidency is concerned. I know exactly the person that sent them, and I know exactly the people that want to use them. I can tell you it has nothing to do with Abia State. It has everything to do with Imo State. And I know that clique that sent that message. You know, they love hiding their names. They will tell you that it's another person. Just like someone wanted to use Ostachidoka to fool me. And I dodged that bullet. It is not Allen Onyama. I know exactly who the person is, but I'm not going to mention the name, like, for now. But we all know the person, and that person's camp gave them money during the last election. Are you hearing me? The person's camp gave them money during the last election. I know the people we are talking about. Please carry on with the Enugu issue.
Good. So you can see it is the same link. And this very person you are talking about is the very person that came up to sponsor whatever re-strategizing they had in mind with the boys.
Yes.
But why it pained me is that these itinerant boys, I will not use the word illiteracy, but these itinerant boys, at the risk of their life and destiny, don't understand.
Yes.
And they don't understand, and they don't even want to understand because of the immunization spirit force that have been put upon them. So, because of that, they don't understand. Now, how many of them died again? So, I want to use this opportunity to tell the whole world that Amadu Hakowara, I know very well who I have eaten with. We ate the same food, drank the same water, slept in mosquito-infested environment just for the sake of this very struggle. He's an innocent man. He didn't do what the Albino accused him of. Like I told him the other day, if anything happened to Agowara, what happened to his younger brother will be a thing. What happened to his younger brother will be a child's play.
Please, what charges is he facing right now?
He is facing kidnapping armed robbery, murderer, you understand?
Yes.
And treason, all in one. Yet up to today, he has not been brought to court. Like I told him on that that voice message you're going to play after now.
Yes.
I told him he's not a threat.
Yes.
He's not a threat. You understand? Yes, I'm hearing you.
I can hear you. Carry on.
So, on this very note, I want the world to understand, especially our people who have genuine, positive freedom mind, to know that if you want something positive in this struggle, forget about what these people have been doing. Of course, their empire has been destroyed already. We are looking at a situation whereby we will restructure the security without fear. Because if, like I've been...
1 minute, 1 minute, my brother. 1 minute, my brother. Yes. Chidi, yes. This brother Chidi, please stop posting all these things. Let the comment make sense, please. The comment is too much. You just post it to us. To us, it's okay. The emoji you are posting is not necessary. Please stop distracting the people in the comment section. Carry on, my brother.
So, if we truly want to go far, we truly want to make headway, we have to put our house in order. And I want to request one thing, Ijele.
Yes.
I think I want us to have a part 2 of this very meeting.
Yes.
A part 2 of this very meeting, maybe between now and over the weekend, so that I can come up with some other facts, documents,
okay,
that I want the world to know. Yes.
Okay. No problem. It may be next weekend. How does next weekend sound?
Next Saturday is okay by me.
Okay.
It's gonna be the same time, no problem.
Okay.
Yes.
I will try and fix it. I'll try and fix it for next Saturday, so the people will be there. The people will be here to hear more of those things, and I would like for you to be with those two people, that our brother and our sister you were with in the hospital, Akwara and sorry, what is Cosmos and
Cosmos George and
Abambo. I need you to be with them so they will come and tell their stories themselves.
Okay, I will contact them. Let me see. Everybody have been so busy on different levels of this operation. I will get through to them. If they are in town, I will not get into the state where they are. Let us see what we do together. Okay. And please, there is this girl, Waka Waka Biafra. What happened to her? Waka Waka Biafra was George Onibe's girlfriend. Yes. Okay. Waka Waka died of poison because of George Onibe. I say, support me anywhere. Who poisoned? When the time comes, the truth will come out. And the person responsible or the people responsible, are they from IPOB? Yes. It is Power Tussle. For Power Tussle, they poisoned that girl. They poisoned her. She died of poison. And they told us that the police shot her dead. It is story that came from George Onibe now. Hey! Which police shot her dead? She died in the hospital. Child. Nenaya was. I know very well of 500,000 that Nenaya sent to George Onibe. How much did he bring to treat that girl? That girl. They was not giving pure medical. You don't know who these people are. Child. So they poisoned her to death, and we are on air ranting and blaming the Nigerian police. Is it not the same George Onibe and all of them were saying Nigerian military should bring Nnamdi Kanu. Nigerian military should bring Nnamdi Kanu. Meanwhile, they knew when Nnamdi Kanu was. When it was time for election, he now appeared in Israel to start talking rubbish. Child. Are you seeing it now? Yes. My dear.
Kai. This is just terrible. This is just terrible.
I want to use this opportunity to thank every well-meaning Biafran. Don't lose hope in this very struggle. Our nation is coming. Our nation is coming. I repeat again, our nation is coming, but it's not going to come through Nnamdi Kanu and his group. There is a rising force. There is a wind of change blowing. It is spiritual. It is metaphysical. It is a mystery that no man can understand. I am speaking from the realm of the spirit. There are men and women who God has positioned in his infinite mercy. They will be used to restore our nation. What fools could not do, heaven will do it through these people. Don't lose hope. Even some of the platforms that are already on ground are being restructured for a purpose. I see a finger of a man rising, a new leader rising with focus. But heaven has backed that finger. But so I'm telling Biafrans, don't relent.
But my brother,
our nation must come.
General, please let me even go take this conversation to this angle. Yes. Like someone like me, I'm not I'm always vocal on every topic, everything about me. Whenever I want to say something, I come out openly, I say it. I'm one of the people who are not against the Biafra initiative or the struggle to get a free country, but having been very close to people who matter in geopolitics, and when you are talking about world politics, I'm not saying it braggingly, but I've once told two of my friends who will represent the country I stay in the next Bilderberg group meeting, and at the end of the day, they represented those people. I can tell you how many Nigerians who've attended that thing.
Of course.
I know like two. So when I've gone deep into those things, and I'm dealing with a lot of people who are privy to many state secrets, some secrets you can date back to 200 years ago, 300 years ago, even contemporary government secrets. So I myself, personally, I think Biafra is a good thing. It's a good thing. I've been telling people that Nigeria is too big, too large to be governed by the type of people. We have people who can't even take care of 7 local governments, are ruling over such a multitude of people and amalgamation of different nations into one. But Biafra, not that I'm against it, but it is going to take time. Now, my point is this. Is there any effort? Because if you notice how you were able to gather your people, you were able to assemble people, taking people to a rally and bringing them all back without harm. That means you know your way, you know how to navigate the political waters of Nigeria with how tumultuous it is. Please, is there any way you people can at least channel this energy inwards, and use the same energy, the same vigor, the same strength, use it and hold our state governors responsible, make them to start working to make sure. Is there any way? Okay, please.
I heard what you said, my brother. Now, first and foremost, I want us to understand this. Are you listening to me?
Yes.
Most of our governors, sorry to say, without missing words, they are there on their stomach infrastructural journey.
Of course.
We are yet to have, apart from some way of the old Imo State, I am yet to see any modern governor that really came to serve the people. Politics and leadership in this country have been turned into a business venture. Onchus Okalo once said that he's in the Anambra for political business. Now, until we restructure and reorient our people to understand that this is not a political business, but a service to humanity. You understand? Because the new crop of understanding the political terrain is all about what you will get. It's just like what happened, I learned that happened to a faction of Igbocha River State, an area called Afam, where you have the powerhouse of the electricity. From that very powerhouse of electricity turbine, we supply Ghana, supply Togo, supply everywhere. Few days ago, there was a shootout. Somebody, an Hausa Fulani, was sent to take over that leadership of that place, and the guy decided to shut down the light. Those areas for 3 months have not had light. And on an inquiry, I found out that one of the so-called local government leaders connive with these people. Have you seen it? So when we are sensitizing people, with logical reasoning, with positive mindset, to understand that politics is not a game of what you will get. It's a journey of service to humanity. When we are able to bring them to a level where they understand that you go into power equation to help the people and not to overrun things in your own negative mind, then there's going to be a change. But for now, my brother, like you said, yes, our nation will come. It's going to take time. But there is something we are doing right now. That is what I called psychological warfare. We must overhaul and rewind every wickedness that has been meted onto the mental state of our youth. The youths are the future leaders. These people who have gone by as fathers, many of them are already close to their grave. What will happen in the next 10 years belongs to the youth by grace of God. So we need to have a new orientation about what politics, leadership, and entails in this country for now. Right now, because of the poverty mentality, a lot of things are happening. Our girls are being messed up. All they want is just money for hand, back for crown. You know that kind of mentality.
Yes.
And it takes a man that sees tomorrow, a man that sees years to come, to be able to speak positively about what must be done and not what must be taken. We will get there, but we have to restructure things
but my brother, when you are talking about it, we are the same page on this one. No? Like, is there any reorientation campaign to get the youth to start participating politically, to make them understand? At least they start organizing and going to the local government secretariat. Because let me tell you, my brother, when you look at the Southeast now, infrastructure is very little or non-existent in so many states. Bad roads, everything. Meanwhile, the federal government is not owing a single state in the Southeast. Please, if you know any state the federal government is owing in the Southeast, I want to hear it. There is no single state in the Southeast that is being owed by the federal government. This money every month is coming. Every month is coming in. Is there any effort you people back home are making to at least occupy one state government house? Go there on a peaceful rally and demand that before this Biafra comes, my brother, we are not supposed to die of hunger. These people are still receiving this money. Is there any plan on how to give our people a reorientation of the mind politically to do these things, please?
Not even going for any rally campaign yet. There is something going on the ground. There is a body known as the National Youth Security Council. By grace of God, I am their national president. And a lot of things have been going on. If we want to use that very organization to reintegrate the youth, this modern youth, into one mindset of what? Positiveness for humanity. Are you understanding me?
Yes.
Because if we just jump up today and say we are going to Igbazu, or we are going to Okowa of Delta State, or Sullivan of Egburuburu of Enugu, you will still see some people that say they want to go to East themselves. They will go through the back door. They will be given envelope. And when they come in, it's to cause the confusion. Are you understand me?
Yes.
That's what I'm telling you. one of the things they did to get us was to create poverty mentality by the poverty actions that is, eminent and paramount in the society. So we need to first and foremost, like in this national group I'm telling you, which I'm heading also, I try to let them know whenever we meet on air or anytime we meet or meeting, that first and foremost, the scripture says that when the righteous rule, the people rejoice. Rejoicing is not how much the man will put in his pocket, but how much deed he gave out to the society that will realize that somebody's good is on seat. So it's first and foremost, in this period of time, very soon before 2023, you're going to see what I'm telling you playing out. We want to reinvigorate our mentality first. Then, at that point, we are also reaching out to the State House. Something is coming up between now and November ending. Right now, are you listening to me?
I'm listening, sir.
Right now, what we have been trying to do is to really know the mindset of what they try to do with this our Southeast security, which I am involved in. You can see the politics being played. One governor is trying to impose his own cousin to be there because of the budget that will come
again.
These are still the problem. That is why you have not heard them call out the name. And because of that, our enemies have taken advantage. So my brother is a whole workload of mental rebalancing and mindset restructuring. It's not going to be an easy task, but GOPK is our strength. Something will happen. And you guys who are out there, the society there is a little bit easier for you guys. There are privileges and all that, but there's no problem. Whatever you're going to do, by encouragement of at least what you're doing, this is a vision. What you're doing now, the millions of people who are listening to what Jeremiah Hellfire is saying will be able to, learn something and contribute their own ideas. So there's no problem on that.
Okay. Thank you, my brother, for being with us this evening. I want to tell you that I appreciate you. It's my pleasure to host you. And you see how the network, the rain forces of nature wanted to interfere. But I'm happy at least we were able to hear your voice. Anyone who knows you already know that it's you speaking, not a ghost, not a made up voice or all these things. So you are here. I hope next time, by next Saturday, we'll be able to speak on video. Whether you got those people on video or not, there is no problem. And if they want me to host them, I can host them even with they can be in their various homes, and you will be in your own home too. But we'll all be here in the same studio. All of us don't need to be at the same place. Technology has made it possible for us to. So they will.
I'm going to speak with Akbangbo this evening at Cosmos Church.
Okay.
Because actually, when we were trying to just run things earlier on, she called and I told her I was in a meeting. So I'm gonna talk with her so that if they are going to be possible in their own distance, we can now hook up and speak on that. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So keep up what you're doing, my brother. We love what you're doing.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Speak with them and get back to me, okay?
No problem.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Okay, you can play the second clip you wanted to play.
Okay. Okay. You still want to be here to hear it, or?
I can hear you, no problem.
Okay, let me play the second clip. Let me play the second clip. Then, if there is anything or any other thing I want to get from, because I think you've touched almost everything you said there, but nevertheless, let me still play it. If there is any other thing you want to add to it, you add. Let me play it now. It's just a short one. Hold on, let me play it.
Don't bother how I got your man. Nobody's an island. It's been a long time. the last time we spoke, the last time we saw was at Afara in your place. You remember the meeting we had a certain night together with Medusa and the rest of the BSS. You remember what I asked you? I asked you later on, if you can remember, if this was real or game. And you tell me, General, this is real. But events has proven otherwise. I've been meaning to reach you all this while since you took a flight out of Nigeria. And I know so many things have happened. Yes, you have been hearing my voice. And today you can see what that voice has done. The day you made me very vexed up was the day you announced Akowara, my good friend on air, without fair hearing, you and your sister Nena planned and arrested this young man. Were you aware that his wife just came out of hospital, out of surgery hospital? Were you aware? I'm also aware that you already know, of course, you should know, because you must have sent them the guy that came from Germany to give the lady 20,000. I want to use this opportunity to let you know, Nnamdi Kanu, he that lives in a glass house will not through sin. Wherever you guys have kept Aguara, let him come out. It will be a soft landing to you. You might be sleeping in the moon, but you're not richer than Michael Jackson. You're not.
So, my brother, let me stop it here. You said he announced the guy's name on air. He announced it while on air. Then the next thing, the police took the person. So you are retreating. You are retreating the fact that actually it was that Nnamdi Kanu. We've been right all along that Nnamdi Kanu uses his own sister to arrest all the former IPOB members that work with him. Please use that one as your closing point.
Yes, I want to say this. The same man that will come on air and announce that most Igbo or Biafran military personnel who are working in the Nigerian military should resign. Yet his own sister, Nena Kanu, is a police officer, secret agent, working and feeding fat. And anything that happens that he doesn't like, he will use her against the person, just like what happened to Agowara. If not for the providence of God, one of my fine sons and journalists, Matthew Ruby, would have also gone in for it.
Child.
Mazin Wensi was mentioned. Of course, Ojukwu, Mazi Ojukwu, who used to be his special assistant or whatever, was also expelled. And now it has happened to George Onyibe because of their wickedness. Let me prophesy. Let me say this.
Yes.
After now, don't be surprised. In a month or two from now, the next person is Uchemefo. Everybody will hear it. Yes, it's going to happen. The bubble will burst. He's still taking his time, like the viper is. And that is why I look at Uchemefo, I laugh. Because you guys are very stupid. May God bless us in this very journey. And I greet every one of you till next week, Saturday.
Thank you, my brother.
And my brother, I doff my hand to you.
You too, I thank you.
This is a great vision.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
Thank you, my brother. I will call you after the program.
No problem.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening.
All right.
Guys, you've heard it. Okay? You've heard it. This guy is a criminal that must be stopped. Yeah, you're right, Ike Nawaha. And Ike Nawaha, tomorrow we have a program. I will be one of the people anchoring the program. I will be the anchor anywhere. And I have co-hosts. We are going to discuss this issue you just raised. Because our Southeast governors, let them stop pretending as if our problem is just Abuja. No. We've heard that for a long time. You don't tell whether they tell us that one. We are not going to fall for that again. They are not going to get us that cheaply. Please, guys, go like and follow this Facebook page, Cheta Nwanne Amaka. That's where we'll be hosting that program tomorrow. We'll be discussing this. Ikem Nanwoha be there. All the Igbo sons and daughters and the lovers of freedom in the southern part of Nigeria, you are welcome to come tomorrow, 4 p.m. Nigerian time. At 4 p.m. Nigerian time, my dear, don't cover my face. 4 p.m. Nigerian time, we are going to come here and brainstorm on the things we believe that should be done if our place is to survive. Because this Nnamdi Kanu and his stupid minions, they've really wreaked havoc in the southeast. They damaged these guys already caused in Igbo land and to the Igbos in Nigeria as a country. Believe me, if care is not taken, one generation will not be enough to fix it. This guy has created so many enemies to the extent that an Igbo man is now being seen as a leprous person. They now call us haters, people with undesirable attitude, because they are seeing these IPO pigs as the people who represent us. Guess what? They are the only loud voices people are hearing. And I'm happy that we are crumbling that evil organization. And one of his Alhajis just said in the comment section today that he will soon join us. I know he has joined us. That was the same guy who promised them to give them 5,000 euros because they told him that Biafra is coming this December. I told him, my brother, please keep that money. Tell them that when Biafra comes this December, January, you give them 10,000 instead of 5, and I will give you the remaining 5. He said, okay. Right now, I'm happy he has realized himself and woken up to this guy's scam. So my people, I thank you for joining us this wonderful evening. I don't know if my brother Ezawa is hosting his program this evening, but tomorrow, please remember to join us 4 p.m. Nigerian time. I'm going to share the program on my page too, but go like the page, like and follow it. Cheta Nwanne Amaka. I think the name should be Nwanne Amaka because so many people will not want to will not feel comfortable with such a long word. We need to make it a bit shorter, but come on, it's a new thing. We are trying. You can bring your own suggestion, okay? You can bring your own suggestions. Of course, now we are here. We are just intelligent people, only smart people here, okay? Not just like all these IPO pigs. When they write, you know. So my people, as the empire is crumbling, I hope you're having fun. Like I told you, we will have fun doing this. These guys are not running any sophisticated operation. It's because we left them over the years. Because we didn't want to be seen as people who hate their people. But now they are trying to bring problem to us. Yes. No, that one now, Maka, you space it. Okay? You space it. You space it. Yes. Yes, one now, Maka, but put Cheta one now, Maka. It's a new page. But when we saw them started drinking our people's blood, no, we can't just sit down and watch it. Never. We can't sit down and watch it. So people on YouTube, I thank you for joining me. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Well, let me block one bastard. I blocked this one. Moa Baba. Share that. So my people, no, I don't block them. I don't block the useless Moses. So guys on YouTube, I thank you for joining me. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell. Guys, like and follow the page if you haven't done that. Hope to see you all tomorrow. Thanks. Guys on YouTube, I'll let you go now.